Hello, 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 hello. Happy Sunday afternoon. It's been a somewhat lazy one for me. I have, every now and then, I get into a little project that involves like one cupboard or one drawer or one, and it just kind of snowballs, and it ended up taking me a good part of yesterday and today. So technology is always advancing way faster than we do. And especially my husband doesn't like to change his computer and what he wants to do on it and that sort of thing. So when I started streaming, I got myself a better one. It's a gaming system so that it would handle the streaming. His would not. I did try. And we have two computers. But in the process of doing that, I realized I got a computer that does not read disk drive, CDs, right? It expects you to download all software from the internet. Therefore, his computer is the only one set up that actually has a physical disk drive. And I had literally a great big box, great big stack. I had tons of these programmed CDs. And some CDs that I had made that had photos, that sort of thing. And I really wanted to see if I was going to be able to retrieve those. And it turned out that probably maybe a third of them would work on his computer, and they are from previous computer versions. So what I need to do is find an older computer, which we have one that we have not disposed of yet. It's really hard to find a way to recycle a computer. Plus, I like to clean it off before I do that. Short of taking it out and smashing it with a sledgehammer and throwing it in the dumpster, which I'm not going to do. But you understand what I'm saying. Technology is also very difficult to dispose of. So we have one that I am going to double check on later this winter. But I also have the option of trying my mother's laptop. All she used to do was play solitaire on it, right? And it needs a good cleaning because she'd eat over the keyboard, and it's full of keyboard is full of crumbs. But it has a drive, right? And we don't use internet down there. So putting on these older games, I love the game Myst, and I have not been able to play it for years and years and years because of the change in technology. The game was never updated, right? And I love that game. So I tried it on my husband's. It doesn't work. That means an earlier version, and I'm going to take it down there. But I was sorting these out. That was my project, and I disposed of a lot of them. Uh, some that don't have a whole bunch of stickers and everything all over them, I saved to make drop spindles. I make it out of chopsticks, a little piece of plastic tubing that fills in, and an O-ring that fills in the CD, and you put that all together and you have a teaching drop spindle. Really, really inexpensive. I have a number of them already made that I keep around, but I saved a few CDs to make some more. Anyway, somehow my weekend is gone because I worked on that during Saturday and Sunday. It was not nice weather outside. We didn't go anywhere yesterday. Went up to the top of the lane today and got the mail from yesterday and the Sunday paper, and that's all I've been out of the house. So anyway, it's been a very quiet weekend for me. Did watch a football game yesterday. The Bengals are still in it. They're the only team that's somewhat local to me to root for anymore in football. I did spin a little bit yesterday. I am holding a cup of peppermint tea to warm my hands up. Again, I am about ready to throw clothes into a suitcase and drive to Florida. I am so sick of being cold. And unfortunately, hubby wouldn't be happy about that because I'd probably leave him because somebody has to take care of the house. We have to be here too. That's the whole reason I don't go, and he don't go, right? So anyway, I am so tired of being cold. I spend my day in one of the warmer rooms, and that's it. So I did do some spinning yesterday while I was in this room, staying warm. And I am going to be finishing up this fiber that I do not like. I do not like it because the person who created it decided that little things like this neb could be, see it right there, could be in it. I'm not into texture in the yarn. So anyway, almost done. I have what's on my lap and this much left. And then I have a solid color that I'll put another bobbin on and spin that, and those two are going to get plied. Just so I can say something positive about this, this is super soft. Super soft. I do like that. For the most part, this has been able to spin woolen, but let's go the right direction here. There we go. The thing, because we're trying to blend in all these little bits of color as opposed to long lengths of color, they really interrupt the drafting trying to spin woolen. But I can't make this scene. There. See the chunks, the bumps, the neps? I just don't like those. Yeah, I'm picky. It's going to be a very bulky yarn anyway, because it's spinning woolen. Anyway, hubby and I got to walk down some memory lane, looking at the photos that did work on his computer. Those that don't work, if I can't, I don't know what I'm going to do if I cannot get them. If I can't get them on anything other than the third back computer that's stored, I will have to get them put on the computer if they're not there already, and then put them on thumb drives. That's what I'm going to have to do. It is very, very, very difficult to be an archiver. And I know that a lot of people say, why are you making a deal about it? Well, let me tell you. They're my daughter's baby pictures. They are our vacations. They are good memories. And I don't want to give those up. I'm having a very difficult time remembering things anyway. Photos can be memory jogger for me. So yeah, I believe keeping photos are important. And I have heard on some of the satellite radio ads companies now that are making it a big deal about getting, saving things for you digitally, updating them. So, there are people who are actually starting to make their business off of that. I won't even talk about VHS tapes. Thank goodness I never got into home movies. I have a few. I had a camera once that took them. I have no idea where those are, actually. And I do like digital videos now. Those get... The photos can get uploaded to Shutterfly. I have not found a cloud storage for videos yet. I'm still putting those on external storage systems, computer digital storage systems. Holy mackerel. Wonder where I got that. Hi, Veggie. Hi, Dandy. Trying to figure out where I got. Whether I got anything to clean it with. Oh, I got a towel. Huh. How are both of you? That's going to need soap too. I don't know what that is. It's oil or... Oh, I wonder if that's coming off of... Yep. It's coming off where hubby oiled the... We forgot it in here. Because this is where I carried it. I carried the wheel over here. So maybe that's where I got it. I don't know. Okay. Hi, Kay. How are you? Happy Sunday, everybody. It's been a good day. Good weekend. After I finish this and the solid color, I am going to have to spin something very wonderful. Veggie says, doing good, gonna start carding some Lincoln. Oh, Lincoln, that's nice. Might be a little hard to card if it's long lock. It's a long, you know, hang off the end of the cards. Unless you card it on your blending board. That's long. Make row logs. Lincoln I've had has always been kind of a lock thing, right? They have had a lot of locks, so long locks. So I'm sure it varies, but I'm just saying it. Often they have long locks. I am doing fine. I'm just grumpy about the cold. I complain about it all the time. Doing good. Gonna start some carding. Okay. Dandy says, doing a little bit better. Your body is wanting to do things, just not your brain. But I know you tested positive for COVID. I'm hoping that's a good sign in many ways. If your body is at least okay. Brain, it's just like, hey, I'm right there with you. My brain don't want to do nothing either right now. It's like, I cannot knit. It's driving me crazy. It is too cold to sit in the living room and watch TV and knit. It's just making me crazy. Even my husband is like starting to really be annoyed by how cold it is. And it's not, it's us. It's not that it's that cold outside. It's us aging and not wanting to put up with the cold. Oh, read it backwards then. So you are like, yes, your body's not wanting to do what your brain wants to do. Got it. I read it backwards. My brain is just like, I'm done with this. Go somewhere where I'm happier. Then we'll talk. It's gonna get better. It'll get better quicker than I am ready for, I'm sure. As far as then, I'll have to be outside mowing and doing all sorts of stuff, and then I'll be complaining because I don't have time to do nothing. There have been years, like even last year in the past, where during the winter, like late 2020, the hotels were just hardly open, and Javi and I would go to they were offering, really good room rates because they just didn't have any business. The convention business had closed, and it was a convention hotel, so hubby and I would get a room down there in the wintertime. So late 2020, early 21, we'd go for Saturday night, have a nice dinner, turn up the heat. It just, it was always, we haven't done that this year. I was just thinking maybe that's what we need as a getaway. Used to be our solution in the past. The hotels aren't offering cheap rooms though anymore. Alright, I have peppermint tea and I smell it. It smells good. I'm going to have some, sip it while it's pretty warm. First time I'm doing like no tea, right? Just straight herbal tea. Hi, all crafty. Ooh, that's good. Kind of tingly. I said we didn't go anywhere yesterday. Oh wait, we didn't. That was Friday. And I talked about that Friday night. We went out to eat. You're having tea as well? What kind do you have? Oh, speaking of which, I got a catalog from Plum Dandy. that I haven't looked at yet. I'm not buying tea. You know how people say I'm not buying any more yarn? I have to say that with tea. I mean, I have so much tea. And, I'll drink 1 cup a day. It's not like I need that much. Because hubby doesn't drink tea. So, good grief. I have a lot of tea. Not buying any tea for a while. And then I got a whole bunch of stash tea with the fiber exchange. So that added to it. You just organize your tea? That's cool. I was talking just when I was first getting on, talking about organizing some of the stuff for the computer. Oh, okay. Let me go. Oh, you know what? I have trouble opening Discord when I am on streaming. Have anybody else run into that? Oh, it opened. Yay. Where'd you post it? Oh, share your current projects. There it is. Oh. Yeah, those locks need to be opened up a lot. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. I like that silver gray that Lincoln is. Ah, that's such a pretty color. So you think after you get them opened up, you'll use your blending board, make row logs? Is that the only way you have to? Well, you can comb and make top, right? Don't you were just saying you were going to comb it? Or no, card it. Okay. You have cards then. I got to work one time with a Patrick Green Super Carder. And oh man, was that, it's electric. That thing was amazing. The lady that had it no longer actually is alive, but she's also not. She moved away before that, and so it's not local. But she raised sheep, and she raised Lincoln, and she would pick the fiber with a great big table picker that you manually swung back and forth, and then run it through that drum carder. It was gorgeous. I bought some bats from her. One time when we went visiting, a group of us went to visit her because we knew of her and she knew of us through Yahoo Group. So we went to see her sheep and her farm and played with her super carder. It was pretty cool. I have no idea what those things cost now. I know it would have been early 2000, I think, that we went. There's a lot of blue bits, light blue bits in this end of this fiber. Lincoln Logs. Absolutely. I'm just jealous I didn't think of that. I would have, more than likely, I used my Lincoln locks as locks. Except for the bats that I bought from her at one time. Were nice to spin. I think you're clever too. Absolutely. Well, hello, JK. So nice to see you. I know you have a very, very busy life, so thank you for stopping by. I am spinning a fiber that I got from a local sheep raiser at one of our fiber fairs about 2 years ago. I have no indication of what breed it is because I asked him and he sort of shrugged his shoulders and said it's a mixture. He has a spinner flock and he did some dyeing and put it together. So I just was supporting him. I'm not real I'm not real impressed with it. It's going to be very rustic. It's got intentional neps in it of color and you know that kind of stuff that I'm not real fond of. Everybody say hello, 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 JK. So nice to see you. And I'm almost done with this. And then when I finish this, I'm going to start a bobbin of a solid color of an additional unknown breed. See, it has this kind of stuff in it. See the neps there and the little. It just I don't know. I'm spinning a lot of them in there, but sometimes they just really annoy me and I pull them out. Autocorrect is a bit aggressive today. Yellow all crafty. Oh. Instead of hello. That's British. Yellow. Or something like that. I don't know. I like that. Aggressive autocorrect. You did not mean that. You meant this. Totally get that. I've turned into a is it prepped nicely? No, no, thank you person. Yeah, unless I handled this ahead of time, I'm not sure I would have caught how much I didn't like it. But I like the color combination. It's kind of a orange and brown and blue gray kind of, well, or almost sky blue really. And I swear this isn't all wool. Um, like either there's an Angora or um, alpaca, llama, something in there. It's very soft, which is why I picked it, because it was very, when I handled it, I said, oh yeah, this is nice and soft. But I'm spinning it woolen so that it's going to be pretty fat and fluffy, and two-plying it with something else I'll spin woolen, and it'll be a chunky yarn. Should be making something like a cozy hat, scarf thing or something. Dandy says, my mom has to relearn French for her new job. So I'm going to have all sorts of fun randomly throwing French text at her thanks to Google Translate. Cool. Yeah. Did she know French before? So it's a refresher, or is this like starting from scratch? That's brave. The guy who made this prep has a fiber mill. You know, where he takes your raw, washed fleece and makes it into roving. And the way this looks and is constructed, it really looks like it's a combination of what he cleaned up, you know, after doing various and sundry preps. It has a lot though, so it's been consistent all through the. In other words, he had a lot of it, so he made it consistent and a large amount of it. So it can't be all little leftover bits. A good part of it was intentional. He doesn't do that business anymore, though, and maybe he doesn't have the mill anymore. I don't know. Could be that this was done by somebody else. She was fluent when she was done, when she was doing high school. It's one of those things you use or lose. Yes, I know. I took German in college, and I hardly can speak it. I mean, I can hardly read it or anything. I can't speak it. Okay, this is it. The end. Okay. Chunk chunk. Very interesting yarn. Wonder if the dark's gonna be the same way. Oh, I see why. Okay. Still not pulling it in very good. This feels like Shetland. It's brown, it's rougher, it's not soft like the other. It's a little thinner in the, let's save some of that. In the pole of the roving too, quite a bit thinner. I don't have the thick areas, clumped areas. I don't think I have to pre-draft. This should be a really fast spin. a little more twist, I think. Try pre-drafting the next one, see if I can just get it just a little bit smoother. Not so thick and thin. There's a twist. Still pretty. It's going to be interesting. I wish it was softer. Too bad I'm going to mix it with something that's so soft, unless I change my mind. It's pretty dark brown. A bunch of pictures of stuff. I hope I took up some of this. I can't remember if I did or not. I don't have my iPad here with me today. Oh, I have some left before I can still catch the picture of it. Yeah, this is better low pre-drafted, just a little bit. It helps smooth it out a lot. don't ply this with the multi. I'm not sure what I will ply with the multi. CVM would work. It's soft. Kind of rustic. Or can be rustic. This just feels like it ought to be applied with one of my coarser braid of dyed fibers. Could be Corridel too. Shetland Corridel or Romney. Maybe Border Leicester. Oh yeah, could be Border Leicester. I've had it this Border Leicester this but usually I have never had a solid brown Border Leicester. But that's not to say it doesn't exist. Oh, that's so awesome, Kay. Doesn't that feel good? Three ply sounds like socks. Is that where you're heading with that? You just don't know. You just decide to make it three ply. 254 yards. That's really great. That's a lot of drop spin line. Alright, I'm taking a stretch break. I didn't really do it when I changed. You're still undecided? Yeah. Depends on how. It depends on the 3-ply and whether it's. And what the wraps per inch are. Your left side is less pleased with all the spinning, but I like how it turned up or turned out. Your shoulder, or are you leaning that way? You know, I think sometimes when we're spinning and we don't realize how we're sitting sometimes, our posture. I noticed I switched chairs and I am in a regular folding chair and I actually like it better. It's been doing a lot better on my back while I'm spinning. Your shoulder, most of your shoulder, yeah. See, for some reason, to put my right hand in front of my left hand here, that puts my right hand just slightly forward, and that I feel that in my shoulder, right? It's not a natural position. Fortunately, the time that I spend for the stream isn't long enough to, and not doing it every day doesn't really affect me. yeah, boy, this is a fast spin. It's nice. I'm not pulling things out. Well, not a lot anyway. Looks like it's about DK weight. Oh, okay. As I always end up saying whenever I talk about any yarns that I make, and it's 11 wraps per inch, which, I mean, I can't make yarn that isn't 11 wraps per inch. I don't know. I can, and then, you know, I wash it and it goes to 11 wraps per inch or something like that, you know. Especially if I use a merino base, anything like that, always tends to puff up a little bit. So I pretty much do any project that's in that. That's DK 11 to 13. Standard default yarn. Unless, of course, I make bulkier, and I have been known to do that. Remember, oh, not quite a year ago, I made a rug out of some of my really bulky hand spun. Man, I have loved that rug. It's beside my bed. I have loved having that rug to step on in the mornings and stuff. So, it's right in front of my closet. Turned out to be a nice use of bulky yarn, and it's nice. I mean, it's got colors in it, right? It's teal and orange, and of course the natural black, and I've loved that rug. Love it when a plan comes together. How did you lose it? You know, it's on the skein that it's from. I have this white cone of crochet cotton, and I cut my strands, and I did that the other day. I was one short. I said, I know I cut it, and I looked everywhere and went to cut another one, and that's where it was, on top of the cone. Blended right in. Oh, I found. Okay, so I told you I was going through a whole bunch of old CDs, and I found one that I had purchased, and it actually works on my hubby's computer, but it doesn't work on this one, so I won't be able to show it. I would show it otherwise. It is from a needle knitting with silk yarn. Okay, so the company that produced the silk yarn produced this book for using the yarn, and it was copyright. I mean, it's from 1863. The person made a page by page copy that would open up in Adobe Reader so that you can look at each page and put it on a CD, and sold the CD. way out of copyright, not a copyright problem, and her cost was just to give her something for actually doing the work. It was really cool. I had forgotten what it was. I sort of knew I had, stuff in there that I had bought. I had forgotten what it was. It's like, oh, this is so cool. Probably will need to Google a little bit about that older yarn to get a sense for what its thickness was, what it was like. I got a hunch. I gotta look something up. That's what happens. I sit and think while I'm spinning. Let's see if I can find this. $18.83? Is that what I said? That's what it. Oh, I thought I had. Oh yeah, I do. I have her business card in here. Be neat if she was online now. Yep, Dakota Prairie Treasures. She had an eBay store, which I'm pretty sure is where I got it. Let me look her up. Well, there's a Dakota Prairie design. Oh, man. She's still on eBay? She is still on eBay. You guys go check this out. The stuff is amazing. Oh man, I could be buying a lot of this stuff. She doesn't do the, I don't know how she gives you the pattern though. I have to look. How does she do the pattern? Yeah, 2001. I think I got this in 2003. 43,000 items sold, 100% feedback. Oh, man. So, what does she give you here? Civil War mantilla wrap. 1860. I'm looking to see what it. Oh, it doesn't tell me what a draft pattern is. Huh. I don't really know. I think they're actual. I don't think they're knitting. I think they're sewing. And what I have is knitting patterns. Huh. Okay. I have to go close my door. I'm going to put the be right back on here. Okay. I have a I think they're called pocket door, where they fold in half. And I also have a LAN line for the computer running underneath. And it doesn't always get seated right. And the first comes on and the door comes open. And of course, like I've been saying, this is the only room that's warm, but it's warm because I keep the door closed. So, the name of the CD is Florence Knitting Silk. Originally published in 1883. I wonder if it's on the internet. Be a lot easier than having to do I never thought about doing that instead of doing the CD. Florence Knitting Silk. There it is. This publication's out of print. It's from 1886. This is on Ravelry as a publication. But that's what it looks like. So, next thing is look and see if anybody's actually made anything out of it. all know how I love the old stuff. So what I have on this CD is the actual page by page copy of that book. That's why I'm not getting rid of it, of course. There are many, many archives on the internet now, though, that have these kind of books there. Don't really need to purchase them anymore. Which might be why she went to clothing patterns, right? Instead. Think about it, people made their clothes once we got beyond just the standard tunic style and everything. There were seamstresses that, of course, were highly valued because not only could they sew well, but they could, if you walked in and say, I want something like this, they could maybe recreate your idea, or they could come up with their own original ideas, right? And that would be their style, and they would keep that. And they had probably some kind of pattern system. It's not a completely lost art because we have sewing patterns and people that sew lovely things. But it has become universalized. It's not like a specialty where only certain people knew how to do it. When I was going through the photos, and I found a lot of baby pictures of my daughter, I found a photo of, I made mother-daughter dresses for Christmas out of red velvet. Hers was a little romper style. Mine was what do you call that style dress? You wear it over a blouse. A jumper. That's what they call them. Only with a skirt, not pants. On the other hand, it's good that those old patterns are on my husband's computer because his is the one hooked up to the printer. So I can print it something if I want to try and knit it. You know, I don't think this is Black Welsh Mountain, but sometimes when animal ages, their black gets this brown like this. It feels exactly like a brown Black Welsh Mountain. I didn't think he had any of that, but who knows? Sure is what it feels like. Alright, I'm going to do this little stretch and then I'm going to go watch some football. Oh, I put 1996. My fingers weren't in the my fingers weren't in the right place on the number pad there. Now, 1996 is a piece away. I mean, that's. I don't know when copyright runs out. That's 26 years, I think, something like that. But 24 years, 25 years, I don't know. All right. That's a lot of spinning. I'm a bit early today, but I'm at the point where I'd like to take a break. I don't know if anybody's on Twitch to raid. One of the problems I found, though, is sometimes I'm raiding people and they're just about ready to get off, right? Cross stitch woman's on. Okay. Texas Hula is making a baby rattle. Can we skip the ad here? No.
That's right. TurboTax Free Edition is free. See details at turbotax.com.
That one.
A very nice rainbow strawberry. Dietary fiber is important.
Okay, we're gonna go watch Delira. She is making something with red, but has a cute little teddy bear laying there. So
Did you get all your stuff?
that's
taken
who
care of
I'll
last night?
read.
Hi, Noki. Wow, you guys are mean.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out, all of you. Okay,
No,
Dandy?
right?
Zombie,
Monkey's got my
thank you.
back.
Appreciate it. Good chatting when we did. And
I also thank
I
you,
will be
Lip Bob, for
back
translating
on
that
Wednesday morning.
into-
And I am going to do a little stash diving. Find something maybe
I don't even know
more
what
interesting
we're
to
doing here.
spin. Maybe on the
Hi,
Nano.
hello.
We'll see. Heart, thank you for watching. Let's go raid.
What's the best way to what's your preferred way for me to message
However you
you?
spell her name. Delirya. DEL.
I don't know if you'd be better off Twitter or here or Discord.
That doesn't look right. I forgot
You
something.
know, I kind of do the same thing.
IRYA.
No key. I like how you got fancy with
There
the
we
does
go.
not equal sign there.
Alright. Did it take it? Yep. Alright, you all have a great rest of the weekend. See ya in a couple days. Bye.
Oh, as you are